got a tool duel going on here, people. We got the Ridgid Gen5X head to head with the Bosch 1800C. Two impact drivers going balls to the wall. Only one can win, and you will be the decider. We'll look at specs, we'll look at price, and then we're going to beat the hell out of them. Alright, this is what you asked for, the Bosch 1800C going up against the Ridgid Gen5X. This is the non-octane model. We're using 4AH batteries on both of these. We're using a non-octane battery because it's not going to make a difference on the Gen5X. And then we're using the core 18 volt on the Bosch. Now the Bosch already beat the Ryobi in the last contest. Let's see what it does up against the Ridgid. I got to be honest with you, I don't know really who wins this. You're going to have to be the decider. Leave a comment in the comment section below. But there you go, the 4AH battery. It's the core 18 volt. Let's take a look at some specs and pricing. We're going to start with the Ridgid first, then we'll move it on to the Bosch, and then we're just going to use and abuse. Now you got three settings right up on the top of the Ridgid. You're looking at $119 for the price. Now you do get the LED light down on the bottom. You don't got the independent light switch, but it does come on as soon as you pull the trigger. As far as it goes with comfort and feel, it's alright. I mean, it's a little bit bigger than your typical impact driver, especially the higher end ones on the market. But all in all, definitely comfortable in the hand. Got a really solid heavy duty build to it, so I'm happy with that. Now you do get the LSA with this, the lifetime LSA agreement with the Ridgid Impact. And here are some numbers for you. You're looking at 2,250 inch-pounds of torque, 2,750 RPM. The weight, you're looking at 2.85 pounds. It is obviously the quarter-inch hex, and it's the standout collet. The blows per minute, you're looking at 3,500. Now that we got the specs out of the way for the Ridgid, let's take a look at Le Bosch. This is the 1800C. It's a quarter-inch hex. You got 1,800 inch-pounds of torque. And you also have the Bluetooth capability on this. Only 2.4 pounds without the battery. Feels really good in the hands. Very solid build. You are looking at 4,000 impacts per minute. Total of 3,400 RPM. You also got 3 speeds on this. Instead of a switch, you have a little button that you push. It's pretty prominent. Very easy to do. You also have a light switch down here. You push the button, turns it on, or you can shut it off completely. Manufacturer warranty, it states a 1-year limited. Does not have the automatic standout collet. Some people like that, some people do not. And like the Ridgid, you are looking at variable speed trigger. Total price for bare tool only, you're looking at $139. Both links for both tools will be in the description below for you to take a look at yourself. Oh yeah, and I almost forgot. Subscribe! Alright, enough of the boring stuff. Now it is time to use and abuse. Look at that. They're already up in each other's face. They're smack talking. It's like MMA fighting here. And just to let you know, the Ridgid is a little bit bigger. Now, the first thing we're going to do, the 3/8 inch, 8-inch long lag. We're going straight down through two treated 6x6. We ain't playing around here, people, so make sure you smash that like button. We'll switch it up later with the 1/2-inch lags. We'll go 10-inch lags, all that fun stuff. But let's do this first. Let's set it up. We're going to put the Ridgid in one hand. We're going to put the Bosch in the other. The right hand is the dominant hand. We're going to start it out on speed 1. Then we'll bump it up to speed 2 and see how they both do. Speed 1 first. Speed 1, I got to be honest with you, a little boring. There are no pilot holes drilled for either one of these lags. And again, this is on speed 1. Bosch definitely a little faster than the Ridgid on the speed 1. Now, that is a speed 1. Either one of them very impressive, but what are you going to do? Treated 6x6. You know, I sort of expected that, but you can clearly tell that the Bosch was faster on setting 1. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to drive these down level again, and then we are going to put them on level 2 or speed 2 and see what they do. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. The Bosch is definitely taking it. It is in my dominant hand, but it is definitely faster on the Speed 2. Being honest with you, it doesn't really matter if it is in the dominant hand. Long story short, you can just tell how much faster it's going in that second speed. Now we still got Speed 3 to go, and a reminder, we don't have any pilot holes drilled at all for these lags. We're not really putting any load down on these either, but let's take these out real quick, and what we'll do is we'll just put it on Speed 3, see what it does, and then we will start applying pressure and start using some other fasteners. Alright, here we go. We're on Speed 3 now. Let's see what it does. Ridgid taking it on the Speed 3 a little quicker. A lot quicker. There it goes. Wow, Ridgid taking it on the Speed 3, and again, no pressure applied, no load on that, no pilot holes. The one thing I've noticed on the Bosch compared to the Ridgid though, a lot faster reaction time when you pull that trigger. Check it out. Definitely a little more of a soft start on the Ridgid. All right, what we're going to do is we're going to switch it up. We're going to put the Ridgid in the left hand now. Let's see what it does. Ridgid taking it again on the Speed 3. That's pretty awesome. All right, Speed 3. So Ridgid seems to be faster on the Speed 3 compared to the Bosch, but the Bosch is taking it on the first speed and the second speed. So just a close-up look, and you can see clearly that, you know, the one on the, well, the right, the way you're looking at, it's clearly sank. Now what we're going to do is, these are 10 inches long, man. We got that special bit right there. I believe it's called a spider drive bit. It's pretty cool. And yeah, 10 inches, just to give you an idea of how long these things are. Check it out. Again, 2 treated 6x6, and they're going almost all the way down. Alright, now what we're going to do is put a lot of load on this. We're just going to push down pretty much as hard as we can on both. The Bosch is going in the right hand. These are on both Speed 3, the Ridgid in the left, and we're going to see what happens. Let's go right now. Whoa, the Bosch is taking it out swinging, man. They're pissed. Look at it. Check it out. It's going down. Oh, it's a close one. It's close. It's close. It's close. Which one's taking it? Ridgid. Ridgid's coming out. Ridgid's coming back. The left hand. Oh, the Ridgid took it. Wow, the Bosch came out swinging on that, and then the Ridgid was like, I'm coming right back at you. Yeah, down on the Mo 3, load on both of them. The Bosch was in the dominant hand. We're going to switch it up, though. We're going to see what happens. That was a close one, man. I thought the Bosch was taking that the whole way down through, and then just the Ridgid kicked in and was just like, boom. And again, that's not the octane battery. It's just a regular battery. So, wow, that was close. Now, before we go on to the half-inch lags, let's take a look at the temp. On the Ridgid, you're looking at about 116 degrees. And on the Bosch, I can feel the heat coming off the Bosch. Believe it or not, you're looking at 130 degrees on the temp. So the Bosch is definitely hotter than the Ridgid. And we're not going on the metal casing. We're going right in the middle. And yeah, definitely a little bit warmer on the Bosch. You can feel that heat radiating a lot more in the hand. So that was a little surprising as well. All right, for the last one, let's move it up to the half-inch lags. We're going to go straight down into the treated 6x6. We're going to see what happens. We're going to put the Ridgid in the dominant hand. These are both on mode 3. We're just going to pull that trigger and let it go. Don't forget to smash that like button, though. All right, 3, 2, 1. All right, it looks like they're pretty much neck and neck. Bosch looks like it's taking it a little bit. It looks pretty close. I think the Bosch has it, though. I think the Bosch is taking it on the Mode 3. We're pushing down on both of these, by the way. No pilot holes. Bosch is taking it down quicker. Let's check it out. Let's see where we're at here. Bosch definitely a little quicker. Let's finish it off. Push down again. You can definitely tell that the impact is spinning quicker on the Bosch. Halfway down through with the Ridgid, I noticed it was starting to slow down a little bit. It was starting to lag, pun intended. Bosch taking it with the half-inch lags. That was where I was surprised. You know, with the Ridgid going so much faster on the other lags on speed 3, and then we got to the half-inch lags and the Bosch dominating. So just to make sure that we got it right, we're going to take this out and we're going to switch the hands and apply the pressure again. Now, as our friend Makita Man has pointed out in the past, yes, you know, moisture content,
moist.
well, it can vary from different parts of the board. So what we're going to do is we're just going to take one lag, we're going to put it on the other side, and we're just going to do it again. We're just using different hands for different impacts, that's all. All right, here we go. We're going to level them out. And I'm curious, we're going to put load on there. Again, no pilot holes. 3, 2, 1. And the Bosch is taking it. Bosch is taking it on the speed 3 with the load. Seems to me that when you are applying the load to the impact drivers, the Bosch is able to overcome the Ridgid. The Ridgid seems to overcome the Bosch when there's no load applied. Wow, and there you go. So I'm curious, what do you think? I know which one I think won. I think they did a great job, both of them, you know, to be able to put these down into treated 6x6 pieces of lumber. You know, hey, let's do one more heat temp test real quick. So the Bosch, you're looking at 133, 134. We're going different. Okay, on the back, you're looking at 128. And in the middle, you're looking at 134. Let's go to the Ridgid, and the Ridgid is 116, so cooler, 117, and we're going to different areas on the Ridgid. So you're going closer to the front, you're looking at 122, but it looks like the Ridgid is definitely cooler, and you can definitely feel the heat rating out of the Bosch. All right, there you go, all. The Ridgid Gen5X non-octane up against the Bosch 1800C. Which one won this tool duel? Leave a comment in the comment section below. I think they both did a great job. I think one was definitely more powerful than the other, especially during certain applications, but it is up to you to decide. What plays the bigger role? Is it the price? Is it the specs? Is it the size? Is it the warranty? What is most important to you? At the end of the day, I had fun doing this one. Don't forget to smash that like button. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell notification so you don't miss any of these tool duels. Come over and say hi to us on the Instagram page at Tool Reviews. I'd love to see you over there. And as always, we'll be back with more of the Tool Duel later.